I was away in to go hang out with some friends for a party, driving down CDM Road, as I always do. It's my main way to get into town. Come across the car coming towards me. I noticed it pulled over, and I slowed down, seen that there was an accident, seen the car, part of the car, and then the guy at the same time was waving me down, so I wasn't just the first one on the scene. There was one other person as well. The first thing that I seen was the back part of the car, so I seen the tail lights, and that's when I realised that something had happened. My first instinct was to go check the vehicle, not knowing at that time that the car was split in two. So I approached the back end of the car first. That's when I'd realised that it was just the back end of the car. I only seen heads in the back. I only seen two. I called out, just saying, "Can anyone hear me?" There was no response from that part. But behind me, I heard, "How the F did I survive this?" And that's when I realised that there was a survivor. So what I did is I went back to my car, I grabbed my phone for a torch, and I turned around, and that's when I seen the other part of the car. Just by looking at the scene, you could tell that they hadn't survived. There was half a car in one spot and half a car in another. And the outcome of that, knowing that there was passengers, you knew it wasn't going to be great, and you kind of have to just choose how to deal with that. And my instincts was, someone's alive, that's where you need to go. He didn't really say much to me until I approached, which at that point is when I introduced who I was and asked him if he realised what had happened, to see how coherent he was. And he was able to tell me that yes, he's been in an accident, and then kept saying as well, "How did I survive?" I asked him if he had any pain anywhere, which he did stipulate he had pain, but my main focus was to make sure that he was aware of what was going on, that he was still awake, he was talking to me. And I did ask him if there was anyone he would like me to contact, which is when he stated that he would like me to contact his mum. Like, this is a situation that you don't ever want to come across, but you just kind of do what you need to at the time. I'm shocked that someone did survive, but so was the driver himself. He was shocked that he survived it, and he's got a long road ahead of him. I do sympathise with everyone involved in it, even the driver, because I know that he didn't mean to make a mistake like that. And sometimes, and that's what it is, people don't do some things on purpose and some people do. And I could tell he had remorse in his voice when he was talking to me, you could hear it. I do believe that he did make a stupid mistake.